So let's go to ThoThLab now, ThoThLab.com, and hit enter. Enter your login password. And after that, you go to My Classes and hit Web Application Security. And let's play the lab using ThoThLab. So on the left hand, we have the lab content. And in the right hand, we have the virtual lab. So let's see what we have in the lab here. See, we're gonna go to Kali Linux and access to DVWA website, which is hosted here in Metasploitable virtual machine. So let's start both of them. Let's start Kali Linux and also Metasploitable. So in Kali Linux, we go to Metasploitable, and after that we access directly to DVWA. So we have to enter admin and password as a password, and then hit login. So let's go to the instructions and see what we can have again. So we're gonna set up the security level to low, and we're gonna go here, DVWA security, we choose low, and we click submit. So that is the low security level with no protection. It's just a fully vulnerable website with no protection. So after that, we're gonna try to inject the code. We're gonna browse here to the XSS reflected in the left menu, this one. Let's write something here to see security, and it is just using security to be printed here. Now let's inject the JavaScript code and see what will be happening. Click submit, and definitely the JavaScript code has been executed. Here is just an alert for the sake of demonstration. A JavaScript alert is proving that this form is vulnerable to XSS attacks and that any JavaScript can be executed on the user's browser if he clicks a link similar to the one we crafted here, similar to this link. So if we send this link to a victim and he clicks it, definitely he's gonna execute some JavaScript code on his browser if the website is not protected, such as this website. Let's move on and inspect the source code to see what happened here. And we're gonna just right click and inspect code, and here we will see how the code was displaying. The script tags means that there is something to be executed on the victim's browser. Here we have just an alert and security, which is prompting the alert about security. That's it. So the source code shows that the JavaScript code has been injected as it is, in the place of a simple string, like a name or something. But here the whole JavaScript code has been placed to the source code and getting executed when the page is loaded. So this shows how vulnerable our website could be without having actions and controls over the strings that are entered by the user. So he can insert malicious codes. So after that, we will see the source code behind this vulnerability and how the programmer could make this mistake and have this kind of weak code. So let's check here that is low. The value of the name parameter coming from the GET request is placed as it is on the HTML code, which means that the attacker can inject whatever code he wants. So let's move to the medium security settings. With that, we're gonna start with we have to move to medium security, and we click to DVWA security. Click. We're gonna go to medium. After submit, we're gonna go to reflected again, the same kind of vulnerabilities, and let's do the same exercise. So let's add security here and hit submit. We see that security will be placed here. Hello security. And let's go to script exactly as we have done it the last time and see. Okay, and the script has been filtered. Let's inspect the code. As here, when we inspect the code, we go directly to this place, right click, inspect element 10 to just understand what happened. We have here hello and alert security, which means that the tags has been removed, the script tags. So we are assuming that we have a filter or something like that that has been placed there. So our technique is no longer useful. So let's try to escape this filter. We have two methods. So the first one, if the programmer is filtering just on the script itself, let's use some capital letters. For example, we use S and C capital and see what's gonna happen. Hit submit. Okay, so it's easy to bypass, which means that the programmer here filtered just the script tags. If he finds something with script tag, he gonna just remove it. So that was like my interpretation from here, from what I have seen now about the filter tool. Let's see another thing. We can inject codes not just with script tag, but with something else like image. And here in the instructions, we see that we are asked to insert an image with a source that doesn't exist and on error, which means that all the time we will have this error. We're gonna launch alert, security, and EMG. Let's submit this code and see. Okay, it is working too. If we are avoiding the use of script tags in this medium security level, we are able to bypass the filter. So let's look at the filter itself and analyze the code and see what is going on. How the programmer has implemented this kind of security settings. Let's view the source. Yes, it is exactly like that. If there is a script string, then it will be replaced by empty string, which means just delete any script tag if it does exist in the content of the get parameter, which is not enough. It is a medium security level, but I think it's very weak. For instance, we cannot talk about secure code because it's easily bypassed with different ways, different methods. So that's it for the low security settings and the medium security settings. With the high and impossible, we're gonna start seeing more sophisticated security strategies. Let's see them in the next section.